Alright, so I got some requests to do a video about the map Three Kings. Now, it just so happens I also like the map Watch Dogs, so I'll talk a little bit about that too and some of the differences there. But one of the things I want to add to this video is ways teammates can work together to accomplish a goal. So let's suppose that we're on assault, and we decide that what we want to do is just push up straight through the center of the map and go into shipping here. But we've got some things that we're going to be worried about as we try to do that. We might worry about an enemy up here at Overwatch sniping down at us, and we'd probably be worried about the possibility of an enemy inside of shipping waiting for us. So what could teammates do to help us out? Well, one thing is, let's say that we had an ally up here in library. A fog grenade from here will go a long way towards making sure that we're going to be protected from those snipers up at Overwatch as we advance. But what can we do with this enemy that might be hiding here waiting inside shipping for us? Well, people like to go Firehouse at the start of rounds. So let's talk about what he can do to help out. Well, the first thing he has to do is not die, so that means waiting for the spam nades that defense likes to throw through these windows. And the other thing is just moving up these stairs. If you move up the left side of the staircase, you're exposed to people from Overwatch through this window right here. If you move up the right side of the stairs instead, you're avoiding that for as long as possible. And then if you have fog grenades, you can do something like that to kind of cancel out that line of sight. But what can you do to help that ally trying to move up the middle of the map? Well, a grenade right here works really well to clear out any of those people hiding and shipping waiting for them. Lands right there, takes care of that spot, takes care of that spot, and potentially even kills the guy here that's trying to make sure nobody's jumping out of Firehouse. So that's how, a person there, a person in library, and a third person working in the middle can work together to accomplish your goal. So that's a great set of assault tactics. How about for defenders? Let's say a guy's up here, maybe it's later in the round, you've got fewer people around, fewer lines of sight you need to worry about, and you hear a person below you. There's two quick ways to get down. One is to hop over that little edge there, drop onto this box and come in. A second way to quickly get down is to hop over this wall over here. Now, one mistake I see a lot of people make is they'll hop over and fall straight down and take fall damage. What you want to do is keep trying to move forward, and you'll move just far enough along to land on the edge of this box and not take any of that fall damage. The same thing goes here. You don't want to be holding forward, or else you'll miss these boxes and go a little bit too far. Another nice defense tactic, if I run over to this side of the map, is, a lot of times you'll have assault players that like to sit over in the courthouse area and snipe at you. So M24 up here can hit some of those sniper spots, particularly right over here. And one thing you might not know about using the M24 is if you continue to hold the mouse button down after you take a shot, you stay scoped in. And as soon as you're ready to cycle the bolt, just release left mouse button and you'll do that. Now, we're all used to seeing defenders up here trying to watch the South Alley or watch the Alley of Doom. So how can you kind of counter that person? So let's look at a assault player moving up through South Alley. Once again, fog grenades, really useful. You can see as you move through how you're just completely covered from that whole area. Now, if you threw them a little better than I did, maybe a little bit further out, you can actually cancel out the line of sight from up here and safely make it over to this corner, which works out great, because this little window here is a nice way to check for people, especially right here at the top of the staircase. And that means that since you've already checked that, as you turn this corner, you just have to worry about a person there and work your way along. But what's the right way to take a corner like this? A lot of times I'll see people try to make a peak like this, and it's not necessarily this corner, anytime you have a corner that you're trying to work around. The problem is, when you peak like this, what you're doing is exposing yourself to way more angles than you need to be. So, all of a sudden you have to check if somebody there, somebody along this area, somebody here, a person hiding behind that wall. On top of that, you've also got this whole area that you need to worry about, on top of the places you were worried about before. It's just a lot to, keep in mind. What you generally want to do is take corners from as far away as possible. So this way, as you're working your way around, you're only worried about this spot. And as you get a little bit further, now you just have to worry about this corner, and this railing, and this wall, and this. And you can control how you approach those angles one at a time. And the last thing I think I'll talk about for today is just a few things from this map that apply to Watchdog. So let's say you've planted at this bomb site. A fun way to defend that is to hop onto this box and just wait for a defending player to try to defuse and just shoot them in the foot a few times. If you're on defense, the downstairs bomb site is actually really easy to cover because you can lean and see anybody trying to plant at the downstairs site from this side back here. So, it's a few things you may not have seen before on the map Watchdog. Hope it was helpful. Or Three Kings. Again, let me know what you think, what I can improve on, any other maps you might like to see, and what kind of content is most helpful. If you like seeing the trick grenades, like from Firehouse up to shipping, or if you'd rather see more thoughts on how teammates can work together to accomplish a goal. Thanks, enjoy.